Welcome to the watch list video for March the 21st. We'll look at the daily and weekly charts on the bullish and bear breaks that occurred today. This video is being brought to you by STS Pivot System Charting Package for day traders, swing traders, and option traders. Easy to follow charts and scanners, trigger prices right on the charts, on the setups. We teach 2 trades long and 2 trades short. That's all. It's that simple. Just like you see on this chart, the trigger price for this trade was in the corner over here from this point on, with this price posted, not to take it up here, and it did not trigger, but it wasn't posted as a trigger anyway. Came back. This is a classic, beautiful setup. Breaks right here. 167.26 was our trigger price. We develop these same lines where you can overlay them on your shorter term charts. This is a 2-minute. By not taking that trade early when it went up here to 167.11, you avoided this 30 something minute pause here. It's not quite 30, about 15 minutes. This was a 60 something cent pullback by waiting on our trigger price to get in the trade here. And we were predicting that trigger price. This didn't go green until this happened. You have that up arrow where we're showing the price to go long at, and as soon as it triggers, it immediately gives a go short because it's so close to flipping back over. So that's exactly where it occurred, was right here. And that is how simple that package is to use. Trigger prices right on your charts. Got a 7-day free trial offer, 10-day money back guarantee. Once you get this set up, it's $69 a month. And we're extending as a courtesy, if you take this package, full access to the website, including the trade room if you want to come in and out of there as well. It's not part of the charting package, but it's an offer we're letting you come in if you want to. And I mentioned this in a video about a week ago that we were going to do this. Any previous member to Day Trader Setups from day one ever paid $1 to us, this $69 fee is waived. You can come in and try the 7-day trial, no outlay of cash whatsoever. If you decide you want to go with this package, then you can sign up. Okay, nothing really changed in the markets today. Here's your SPY, a little tiny inside day. Look at the Dow. Dow still down below our trend line, of course. Another inside day here as well. And the SP 500. Below our trend line. This is going to be the first problem, getting back through this trend line, and then we'll try to work our way back up through the 50-day. This can go anyway. When you got an inside bar, anything can happen. This is my current futures chart. We've been in a downtrend here since the 14th, so about 4 or 5 days. Nothing's changed. This was a big up day we had on Friday, and then Thursday, I think. Then this was Friday, and then this was today pretty much, but we're still a long way from turning this around. My first trigger just on this would be 27.39 currently. Would take my red zone, change it to a green zone. We'd have to get back up in this area somewhere for that to happen. Good trading going on during this market though. Really good trading, and then not all of it's going against the market or with the market. Nvidia here, this was yesterday afternoon, triggered on our day trade and swing trade chart into the 50 factor right along in here around 240 late in the afternoon for this long, and this stock ran $9 today off our charts from yesterday's swing trade alert right here. Set this up for everything to be long, no matter what it did, just keep taking the longs. Ran really great. We caught it early this morning. I got it on this pullback right here on a smaller chart, and then it pulled back here, perfect retracement. And this is when this little box comes into play. When this pulled back here, this being a 50 factor chart, this was somewhere in the 240, 450 range. We've been given an alert right in this box at around 245, 50 or 60. For another, that would have been a retracement alert there. That was another $4 move right there. This is how we take the bigger trend on the 50 back up to our 25, and that biggest pullback, this chart went red on the big pullback on the bigger chart. So when it came back up, our trigger alert here, which was posted right in the corner of the box, was 246.10, and that's where the entry was to take that long as well. So they kind of coincide and complement each other. The bigger chart actually triggered a little earlier than this one. When I got a little choppiness though, I'd rather go with the smaller time frame chart. This is our chart showing this same bigger trade factor. That was your pullback. This was what I just showed you. You can lay all of this right in there together and see the bigger picture while you're watching the smaller picture. We use this same package on Facebook. This was about 2 o'clock. Our bigger time frame said this is going long. Just a couple of minutes later, we were able to set up a trade call right here on this green zone break on the shorter time frame. This is a little tiny time frame we just used to monitor and work our stops off of. Really nice run. Little pullback right in here, coordinated back in. Another big run. This is all together from 2 o'clock right in here. That's where that alert went off, and this made about a $5 move here. 163, 168, and this morning every reversal was off of key levels. You had this old support line here, an old low. It went up, tested that early, reversed off the VWAP for this huge move down, back into VWAP, another huge move down, and then this was the long move up. So Facebook was nothing but an ATM today. And you can see we were tweeting all kind of charts out on Facebook intraday today. This was the 1230 rollover for a big sell-off there. That was a huge move down. That was off that second VWAP turn, I believe. Oh, here's another great one. One of the guys picked up. This stock had about a $6 bounce this morning after a huge sell-off into a support line. And so we watched it hit the support resistance line around 131, 50, or 60, actually right where it opened. It opened on that support line pre-market. And this gave a great big trade when it triggered off of this. One of the guys took it short way up here. I took it short after it got through chopping around and set up on our small time frame for the reversal alerts. We alerted it right in here, and great acceleration right when that went off. Another monster run here on Netflix. I think this was a short time frame chart. No, this was the 50 yesterday afternoon. Just like Nvidia, this stock by the end of the day had set up to be on a long watch on our bigger factor, and it was just a monster move early. This was all by 9:35. You got this pullback right here at just before 9:40. You can see the time down here. Hopefully, gave our pullback, and right on our chart right here, green zone retracement. We're in the green zone. This is our second trade. This is our first trade alerts. This is when we break red to green. Second trade alert, and that's shown in a box right here on the chart. Second trade alert is when we get the pullbacks. We always got this box up here. It stands for green zone retracement and red zone retracement. We know we're in a green zone. Here's our retracement. There's our trigger price right on the chart. Triggers off and sends this stock back up another $5 move. A lot of great trades out there today. The market pretty much most of the day, this is our little smaller time frame, was mostly chopping around. The market would go down a little bit, chop around. Did get this little late day rally, and that's when you had some of those stocks after 2 o'clock when the AD lines turned and some stocks started going up. In the market, you could time those trades to go with what the market was doing. This was a little smaller time, a bigger time frame on the AD lines, and all day long it never really threatened to get into an uptrend other than that one little bit there toward the end of the day. And then the bigger trend actually had it up, early because of the big move up. This was all plotted in here by 9:31. And so this just faded most of the day following this other line over here that you see complementing this. This was this move here, And then this thing worked its way into our short red zone trend by the end of the day. And if tomorrow morning follows suit off of this move, we head back down. I usually like to just start these fresh every morning and start paying attention to what happens after the open. But I'm going to be interested to see what this shows tomorrow morning. So another one of those midday trades here, about 1 o'clock. Celgene broke out on our small time frame because it's so sold off. And this gave a really nice $1.50 move here. And then this was one of the Facebooks late after 3 o'clock, where this had this big run up we were looking at after 2. It breaks down on a little small time frame. We use this for our stops, actually. It's what I use it for. Some of the guys like to take and use it right here. Flipped over. We gave a trigger right here on the chart. Red zone alert. This is a retracement. It's already red. Right there's the dollar figure to come in on. And at the time this went off, this was up in this area, in this 167.50 area, and this gave another nice $1.50 sell-off. That was that last little move right here, right back into the VWAP. So lots of good trading out there today, and that's just a few charts. There were lots of charts made, lots of really nice moves. United Healthcare had a big day. Facebook, of course, was in play all day. There were many other stocks that were some big setups. Nvidia was huge today, and then Tesla gave some moves. It's really still in a worrisome little chart. On our weekly bear breaks, we had this group of stocks building up. It's first day of the week now. We'll get over here and we'll review those in a minute, so you can pause and take a look at what you had there. This is your weekly bulls. You only got 2 stocks on there on the weekly bulls. Daily bears, these are all brand new coming into the bear zone. MCK had a $5 down day. $4.20 of that was after we alerted it. Here's another $11. Of course, this was a gap down, so you couldn't play all that. That was the stock gave such a huge move. Up and down. It was a huge bounce this morning on this stock. It went right into support, actually. Let me load that up. This is your daily. This was an old support resistance line. Went right down, opened right above that. I think pre-market actually opened on the line. The low a day on this stock was $124. If you look in this box over here to the left, the pink and green numbers in here, the pink line, which we tell you is a support line, was already here before the market opened today. $124 is the value. This hit to the penny. So that'll tell you a computer stepped in and bought that. But this stock gave a monster move up off that initial, right off the 124, all the way back to $131, and ran into another line, which was another previous low. Monster move, respected the support line, and immediately came up off of that. So you can pause your video and see your list here, and then here's your daily bulls, and we'll run these down the charts right after the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel while you're here, and follow us on Twitter, and follow us on StockSwitch, and go over to daytradersetups.com, click on Ninja 8 charting, and you can learn more about our STS pivot system charting package. Thanks for watching. Got AutoNation on the daily here, or weekly, excuse me, went into the bear zone today. It's not really a consolidation break. It's kind of consolidation on the daily. It went bear zone on the daily as well. Back this out a little bit. We're into the 50 week. We've done a full retracement, 2 levels down. Could possibly hold here, I'm not sure, just based on that retracement. BAS, this was crazy one, been on there since yesterday. BPLs was on there yesterday as well, just staying in on a weekly bear. Another little down day today on the daily. CERN, new today, more a repeat here. This is a just accelerating again on the weekly to the downside, and also took out some daily support right here. This level that had created has been taken out now. This is building more momentum to the downside. CVS, this was on the chart yesterday, another red day today. And you can see the net change right there, 69 cents is all it was today. I believe this is first day on, a little inside day on the daily off of yesterday's move, so it probably actually appeared here yesterday. Got this old low. It did close above that. It is below the 50 week. I'll be interested to see if this can turn this around. I'm sure if the market turns around, this stock obviously will too, I would think. It is coming into some weekly support down here. Facebook bears on the weekly, breaking consolidation up at the top there. Of course, you already been seeing this for 2 days. Closed on the 200, gap down this morning, even worse. Did go down and catch this support line, which was not this low, was a previous low. I showed this on the actually when we were talking about it earlier. So it held this level and it held it to the penny. I don't think that was it. No, that was a different chart we were looking at. This actually went almost to this level. The low was 161.95. Its level is at, there is a 161. Oh, this is this new low calculating, showing in the box at 161.95. 161.56 is the level down here. So it got really close to that. You know, I'm betting it probably, if it gaps down, you want it to hold that same level again. This is just the intraday 10-minute chart here. It made a really good comeback. You know, who knows what it does tomorrow. This thing can sell off again. It's under a lot of scrutiny. This needs to be watched every day for the next few days if you're day trading. It's a stock that I hate to day trade, but if it's got momentum, it's a lot easier to read. Most of the time, Apple and Facebook, they just chop around and eat you lunch, but when it's got momentum and something driving it, you can get some great trades out of it. Need to get back on my weekly chart. Weekly bears on this stock, gaining momentum. Actually, is what this is doing. It's not really consolidation break as such, because it's already kind of been trending down, but it is picking up momentum into this. Our momentum indicator, a little yellow bar there. IFF on the daily bears on to boot. Lost a 50 week last week, rejected this support area or support resistance line, gaining momentum to the downside. This had been coming in and out of this bear zone anyway, so it's trying to get out of this consolidation and pick up momentum to the downside, and it does look like it is probably going lower. If it don't hold this low right here of 135.08 was that low a few weeks ago. OLED actually was up $6 today, and yesterday we were looking at this down in the bear zone, still in the bear zone on a weekly, but we were looking at this support line that it had held. It gapped up this morning. What it can do from here, I don't know. Draw a trend line on it. It's probably going to fail the trend line and retest this low at a minimum, I would think. OLN, this has been in this bull area, bear area on the daily all week. We put this out last week. It's 5 or 6 days ago. It's now hitting the weekly, coming back in here, getting momentum to the downside. Needs to hold this level here. PRGO, I haven't looked at this one lately. On the 50 week, about a 50% retracement on the dailies where it went up and failed and headed back down. May hold this old support level down here. It's on the 50 week. It'd be interesting to see what that does. Actually going to put that on a watch tomorrow, or take a little deeper look at the stock anyway. QCOM was on here yesterday. Another slightly inside red day down. This stock was on here yesterday as well. A couple of inside weeks here. This is definitely not consolidation break. Just a little momentum to the downside. Same thing here, not consolidation, just gaining momentum to the downside. Got some support areas down below it, a little ways further, another $10 it looks like. It's got some stuff on the daily that is you have to get back through if it tries to bounce. It's kind of consolidating here on the daily, and it may shove on through. Got to see what it does here. It's not really a consolidation break on the weekly. And Walgreens we had on here a couple of days ago. It just keeps making little grinding days down. This is the weekly here. Hadn't quite double bottomed. Weekly bulls. I think we had one or two. This stock we talked about yesterday, it actually had a red day today, but it did hold the support line up here right where it's supposed to. It's did not close above the bull zone, but it's right on it, and it probably just goes right back bull zone again tomorrow. It's got the momentum, still worth watching. It's got the weekly 50. And then we got a new stock on here today that just made the weekly bull zone in today. Not consolidation break. This is just gaining momentum after this huge day yesterday. I think we had this stock on a few days ago on a bull break, 4 days ago on a bull break on the daily. We featured it right here. Had the big run up, big run down. Great big day the next day. Inside day, another big day today. And that's how you can use this video to make you a watch list. Just because it pulled back, it's still got momentum. It stays up here and continues. You know, just because it didn't work this day, comes right back and goes up again. Gonna move right on into the daily bears. Yeah, we'll do the bears first. Daily bears, ABC, triggered early this morning, $3 profit after our trigger level, down $3 and some change today. This is an old line I drew on this a while back. I think is this low. I'll just set me a new alert on that since it's so close for a week. That's what I like about TC2000, even though I do my trading charts off of Ninja on my setups in our charting package. I like TC2000. I like the charts. I like the ease of use. And if you run any scanners over here, it's just, you know, you got 5,000 symbols. Where can you get that much data for 45, 48 bucks a month? And they got really great support when you're trying to do your own thing. They can help you out. They good scanners, and they work fast. They don't bog down. Ninja's very fragile, but it gets the job done what I need it to do, and that's all I exclusively trade. My setups over there, but I love my TC2000 as well. We had this on the weekly. We already talked about it. CAH, this thing had a monster day down. I didn't see this till late. I don't even know how I ran across it. But late in the day, I had it. I think I was just looking at my 400 list, and it just kind of popped up there. This is a 5-minute chart. Let's go back to 10. This just broke down this morning, and just a huge sell-off. Obviously, something going on, probably earnings. I'm not sure. Really nice dying stock there on today, anyway. Yeah, this stock had actually gone into our short zone by end of day yesterday on our bigger factor charts. And you can see what we're talking about is a trend shift. And there's your trend shift by the end of the day. It came from green zone on our charts, our bigger trend charts, to our red zone. And that's what we teach. We're looking for a trend shift, and that is the trend shift. And then today it just accelerated to the downside. That don't mean they always do that. This was probably news driven to boot. But it was already set up on a short list using our charting system. It came in 69.91 yesterday afternoon, around lunchtime. So it was right up in the lower day area, and then it hit the 50-day this morning and just absolutely lost it. CDK, daily bear zone, and is coming out of a consolidation, showing the first momentum. You do have a little support line right here, 67.49, and this is a bigger support line. This is sitting on a weekly level. This may very well hold here. When you're going into long-term swing trades versus short-term, you definitely want to look at your weekly charts, and there's your weekly support resistance line at 67.49. Low a day today was probably 67.58. So that setup says this has a huge possibility of holding here. You don't want to rush into this. It is building the momentum on the daily into the bear zone. See what it tells you tomorrow. EPC, this thing's been in a huge sell-off on a weekly for a while. This is somewhat of a consolidation on the daily down here, and it's gaining momentum to the downside. It does have a double bottom coming into play here, and this is actually on a weekly, not just a double bottom. It's been here before, way back to the left here. So this is a longer term support area. We're going way back here to this last pivot low right in here, and this really needs to hold. Now this created this upper line here, this week right here. There were other weeks already before that, so this is held here before in the past, going way back even further here. This is going back to 2011. This is a huge major area, and this stock really needs to hold it, because you break that area, there's plenty more places to go. This is a monthly chart. Stock's lost half of its value. And we are on the daily bear break. HAIN, support, consolidation, acceleration, bear zone. We already talked about this stock. MCK down $5 today, 581. Was already selling, actually just now got into the bear zone, and this is somewhat of a consolidation. It is building momentum. It's got some more downside to this next support level, 134.33. We actually triggered this at 10:20 on the 15th, way back up here. Here's your 200-day, but that wasn't why we triggered it. We triggered it in our trend shift pivot zone right here at 155.78 about 10:20 in the morning. And then on our next factor level, it triggered again here at around $150 after it already dropped those $5. This was the one from the 19th on our bigger factor. You can already see this setting up. It lost it here around 154, but our actual trade alert is way down here on the box. When this little indicator comes in, the box pops up and gives you the value. So this is the even bigger 100 factor, which is a pretty high price stock, but probably you would have wanted to go in with a 50. On our website, we actually have a trade watch list information where you can download our list that we're scanning, and we actually show the entire list and we break them down. We have a little volume thing on here too. This is ATR, and explain how to pick the right ATR for your stock if it's on our list here. On a swing trade list information page, we come on down here and break these down into what falls in what categories. This is the MCK breakdown. When this appeared, it gave a short alert that this was going green zone, red zone right in this area, and it gave a retracement. When this stock ran back up to this level, which this is a 50 factor chart, so this is probably $1.50 to $2 bounce here. We teach it, well, they will sell off, they will go back, and we also teach when we're deep into the zone and we get the red zone to wait on the retracement. If we've made the depth back here and retrace prior to, we don't have to wait. So this was the setup. It's already deep in the zone, several dollars, several factors. Looks like probably 6 factors deep. You can expect this pullback. It gives the retracement alert, and at the time this goes back up here at the peak, it gives you the red zone retracement alert right on the chart to the penny when we trigger this back to the short side. That was 155.78. My friend said I made stock charts for dummies. It helps me too. I don't have to think about it. I don't put any emotions in it. I trade what my chart tells me to trade. And this was the setup right on the chart. Red zone retracement. We got a red zone. We got a retracement. There's our trigger, 155.78. This was on the 15th. This stock has gone from 155.78 to $142 in about 4 trading days. That's how easy using the STS pivot system charting package is. 2 trades, 2 shorts, 2 longs. Red zone to green zone switch over and retracements. 2 longs, 2 shorts. And the price on the chart at all times. And you can use whatever charts you want to use or symbols. You don't have to use the 400 I use. MNK, bear zone. This is a consolidation on the daily. It's gaining momentum. It lost this old low. This stock's been under a lot of scrutiny. It seemed like a while back, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. Goodness, this thing, how high was this on the weekly? I can't even remember what the price of this stock was. Oh, it was all the way up here, $130. My goodness. I didn't recognize it actually. I remember up here, the $47 range under the scrutiny, and it just keeps getting worse. You don't want to chase it. I got no idea what you do with that. MO into the bear zone on the daily, breaking down our resistance here. This is pretty much a little consolidation. First day on the list, lost the old lows, got some more old lows down here. I'm thinking, sorry, WRK, consolidation, acceleration, just the first little signs of it. It's getting back below this old high area. Just first time in, it's probably headed lower. There's a chance it could just do this little dance back down into here and head back up. Pretty high up on a weekly chart. We got the daily bulls to go, and we'll be wrapping this up. FSLR gaining more momentum. It already broke out in the bull zone way back here. Just continuing up very strong, coming in some weekly resistance up here on the charts. Nice retracement here back to your first level. Could do a pullback before it goes further, but right now it is in a daily bull zone at the 200, trying to get some momentum. This is not a consolidation breakout. It's just getting momentum, and it could likely fail right here. Got no idea what it's going to do. You're at the 200 day. It's tested it before, so the fact that it's retesting it again and it did close above it is a good thing. HFC come up through the 50 day today. Not consolidation, it's break, it's momentum. It's somewhat of a consolidation area, but it's been real sloppy. But it is breaking out of this area with momentum through the 50 day. just a rip here. New bull zone area up here. This thing triggered way back here to begin with. Did the big pullback when the market sell off. Right back up, held the support area and gone again. Another big day. This stock has got some definite momentum behind it. This is a classic example of why we did develop our charting system. Two reasons. One, I give a lot of good alerts on stocks. I understand where the trend's headed, but I don't always give a great follow back. I'll say this is on short watch and it'll bounce around for 45 minutes and then later on it sells off. And it's like, why didn't you tell us? Well, I did tell you, but I didn't come back and tell you, hey, it's ready now. It's been 45 minutes later and now it's back to where it needs to go short. That's why I developed this, so guys can get on the chart, follow right along what I'm looking at. They know exactly what I'm talking about, and they got the price right on the chart. They can also remind me to take the trade in the trade room, as well as you can use this on your own or any chart you want to use it on. I'm not scanning 400 stocks. I'm watching 25 or 30, and if everybody else is watching a few extras, it helps out. But this will be the type of stock you might have on your charts that you'd be watching because it's something you're trading and you're interested in. And this particular stock, our 100 factor took this back long right here on the second day. It was on this pullback. It picked it right up, re-triggered it back up for a long, and it's never looked back since then. This is the kind of setup we would actually interact two different time frames together. And you could go over and actually on the 5th is when on this stock is when it triggered on the next time frame that's coming out of the chop, and that's where you want to get back involved. MCP momentum, not breakout. Breakout was way back here on the bull zone. That's why we do the charts, remember, so you can see has it been here before in the bull zone. Now, it's definitely a new bull zone way up here, recalculated, and it does continue on. This is another kind of reason to use our charting package. You get the little pullback and it already has you in this stock before this goes off here. Another stock making highs. We looked at this stock over and over and over again. It just keeps hitting the newly created bull zones week after week. SHOP, first time back up here in a while. Back to the highs. It's another stock. If you're swing trading or short-term option trading, that's where our package comes in and gets you in these stocks way back here. You get that little 3-day option move or whatever. Really good for options traders. VLO, but definitely in a base over the 50-day today. Opened above it, tried to go up, needs to stay above it. Obviously, it did barely close in the bull zone, starting slightest little twinkle of momentum out of this base up here. And it's on a weekly chart. This stock's way up here near the highs. Woo-boo, last one. Into resistance with momentum. It's been trying to get through here before. It's at weekly highs as well. This is your numbers right in here. 83.71 is fooling with it. It's got the all-time high to get through. We'll look at the recaps and wind this up. Videos ran long enough, so I'm not spending any time here at all. Here's your, you already looked at these. That's today's, yesterday, day before, day before, day before. So you got, pause your video, you can see all your bears continuing to have momentum. All the red check marks staying within the newly created bull zone as it goes down, which could still be the same level as where it broke out yesterday. You got your levels here, you got your P&L since the break, and you of course can see what the net today, some of them were at a green day. BBPY had a little bounce. It's no longer below the bull zone or bear zone, so it may be trying to hold here. It's another thing you can use this for. If you're watching for a bounce, you can see the stock got down bearish levels and it held itself up. So there's a lot of things you can do with this recap sheet. I'm going to pull this up where you can look at these last few. Make sure you get a chance to see them all. Pause your video. There's your watch list. We're going to get over to the bulls. You can see all these, I think, in one screenshot. Yeah, not quite, almost. Got 2 or 3 down here on the very bottom, SRE and PII. So multiple days here. Today, yesterday, day before. Not a lot of them still maintaining much momentum in the bulls. This TGT had another $6 day. We put this on your list yesterday, another $6 day up. Off from yesterday, $6 today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.